Mr. Swalwell.
Thank the chairman for this important hearing. This is an important topic, but I think the most urgent and important issue facing the workforce today are the terrorizing attacks that are happening globally, which are referred to as anomalous health incidents. And I guess my first question, Director Burns, considering that we are not doing this to our own people, they are not doing this to themselves, public reports suggest they're happening in an escalating fashion worldwide. Can we stop calling them incidents and call them attacks?
Well, what I know, Congressman, having talked to dozens and dozens of my colleagues who have been victimized, is that real harm is being done to real people. And we take each report very seriously. I know all of my colleagues do across the intelligence community. I think we've worked very hard to improve care, the care that our officers and sometimes their family members deserve. And we have mounted an extraordinarily vigorous effort to get to the bottom of the questions of who and what may be causing these as well. And so we're going to work as hard as we can to come up with, to get to the bottom of this and come up with answers to those questions. And I know that's a conviction that's shared amongst all of my colleagues on this panel.
Director, we don't often have open hearings, but perhaps the individuals or the country responsible for these attacks are watching. And I wonder if you have a message for those who are conducting these attacks as to what we will do when we find out who is doing this.
Well, Congressman, as I said, we take extraordinarily seriously the harm that's being done, and we are determined to get to the bottom of this. And I don't think anyone should doubt the sense of urgency that we have or our determination to do that. We owe it to you. We owe it to the President to be disciplined and objective, and balancing that with our compassion and our sense of urgency as well. And that's what we're determined to do as well as we conduct this very serious investigation.
And we owe it to the victims across the IC, the State Department. And I know you're doing that. And, you know, it took about 10 years to find and hunt down Osama bin Laden with, you know, a workforce that was dedicated to it. And I hope the same effort is being made to find out who does this. And when we do find out who does this, I think you'll find bipartisan support that this is going to be a response that is beyond, if it's a foreign country, just closing down a couple consulates, that it is going to have to be a very, very severe response.
Congressman, we're taking this very, very seriously, as I said. In fact, the senior officer who's leading our task force on this played a central role in the successful hunt for bin Laden more than a decade ago. And so I think that's a pretty clear indication of our determination and our sense of purpose on this.
Thank you, Director.